Virgo, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for July 18th to the 24th. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everybody. Oh, I thought the candle went out. That happened for Capricorn's reading. Okay, Virgo, what is the major theme of your reading this week? What's going on for Virgo? Oh, interesting. Okay, Taurus received this card, Waking the Lion. So you're really being called to be courageous and bold, really trusting that all will be well. And we see quieting the mind. So you really need some inner peace here this week, really needing to listen to the body for the information, quieting the mind so that you can sense what wants to come through your divine connection, through your intuition, as well as the messages of your body. Our bodies are very, very intelligent and they know what is up, right? We tend to dismiss what our bodies signal to us and we say, oh, I just must be tired, or, I'm not feeling well. But maybe you're starting to sense something in a connection and your body has information for you, but you almost need to be still. You need to bring stillness so that you can sort of interpret those messages and sit with them to understand them more. This quieting the mind card always makes me think that we need to bring anything that feels very busy, we need to slow it down. We need to slow it down and then be courageous and bold, trusting that all will be well, even if we're not sure what is around the corner, right? Sometimes we just need to embrace the mystery and trust that all will be well, even if we're not sure what that's going to look like. You know what I mean, Virgo? Very interesting. You might have placements in Taurus as well. Taurus received that card. Let's see what messages will come through the tarot cards for Virgo. There's the Fool and the Two of Swords. Wow. So there's this new beginning here, but it's almost like there's a decision to make before. You don't want to appear too vulnerable right now. When I see that Knight of Cups in reverse, you're not openly feeling your emotions. You don't want anyone to know how you're feeling, and you're not trusting the timing. So that's interesting. Perhaps you're seeing that Waking the Lion card to remind you that all will be well, and that you don't have to sort of stress about that. There's the World card in reverse. So very interesting messages coming through here for you, Virgo. I feel like you have a choice to make. And regardless of what you decide here, you're on your way to something new. So if there's been something that is creating a block for you, or you're feeling like things aren't in alignment in a certain area and you don't want to sort of wear your heart on your sleeve, that might actually be exactly what's necessary. This idea of being vulnerable is a strength here. Okay, and so I wonder if you're holding back some emotions because you don't want to appear vulnerable. You're trying to sort of have this. It's almost like there's this facade, where you're trying to appear one way, but you actually feel another way, and you're not revealing how you feel. You don't want anyone to know your true feelings right now about a situation. It kind of feels like there's some self-sabotage here. You might be holding on to something in a stubborn way. When I see that Hanged Man in reverse, it tells me that we're not trusting timing. We're not trusting things. So we're becoming guarded. We're becoming defensive. We don't want to appear vulnerable. We're not surrendering here, right? We're not leaning in to that inner world. That idea that we saw here in Quieting the Mind is really a call to surrender and to be at peace within, so that you can sort of understand what's happening around you without all of this these obstacles, right? These obstacles like fear and limited beliefs and sort of not trusting that all will be well. And so this quieting the mind is going to help you to sort of be more mindful and to choose peaceful mindsets, you know what I mean, as opposed to these ideas that we're feeling blocked by fear. Instead of feeling blocked by fear, feel surrender and openness in your heart. You know what I mean? Like, that's the Two of Swords for you this week, is this idea of which direction are you going to go. You know, are you going to go the path of sort of being afraid and blocked? Or are you going to take the path that says, I trust all will be well, so I'm just going to sort of keep moving? It's almost like there's a stalemate, you know? And when we don't trust that all will be well, we feel this incredible pressure on ourselves to choose the right path. You know what I mean? When you're always on the right path, because you're always learning about yourself through your choices. The World in reverse here, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Four of Swords coming out, King of Cups in reverse, Tower in reverse. You might be really not wanting to see things as they are. Page of Rods, and then that leaves the Ten of Cups in reverse. So that really, really tells me there's been something happened within a relationship that you didn't think was fair. You don't want to let it go. You need to put your mind at rest with this and sort of surrender any drama or the desire to create drama. This could be life-changing and lead to a new path, right? With that Tower card and the Fool here. The Tower being in reverse tells me that your refusal to accept something. There's a refusal to accept something that you can't see the outcome yet. You know, you almost have to just trust that all will be well, regardless of how it is today. And to the other message coming through for you is that vulnerability is a strength. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say this is how I feel about something, even if it's just to yourself, you know, even if it's not something that you want to admit. I feel like that Knight of Cups in reverse is telling me that you don't want to admit how you really feel, that there is a task or idea or dream that feels unfinished, or that it's changing. And it's like you're being guided to accept that and put your mind to rest when it comes to any sort of doubt or worry, and to stay clear of the drama here, to stay clear of any drama around this through bringing peace. You know, like sometimes that drama can just be a reflection of us not accepting something and not being able to accept something, to trust it, to trust something, even if it wasn't part of our plan, that it's here and that it serves a purpose. We see the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that this is karmic in nature. This is something that was destined, right? And we have to sort of sometimes just surrender to that and trust it, especially if we can't change it. And I feel like this involves someone else, and I don't think you can change it. Like, I think someone else is involved in this with you. Now, that Page of Wands is really asking you to become the dreamer again, right? To dream another dream, just like this Fool card, to take the risk, to be vulnerable, to choose authenticity, even if it means that certain cycles have been brought to a close. Like that World card showing up in reverse says to me that there is a real there's a difficulty here. There's a difficulty here in sort of letting things be as they are. That's proving to be very difficult for you this week. It almost feels like you have to release the control of something, that you can't control other people's choices. You can't control other people, period. And so even if there's been miscommunication in a relationship, you almost are being guided to accept it as it is, and trust that all will be well, even if that means that this relationship is transformed into a different place, or maybe with different boundaries. and that if anything, you're being guided to be the dreamer here, to surrender any drama, to trust what's happening, and then to focus on, well, what's the new dream then? Do you know what I mean? Well, be bold, be courageous, be vulnerable. Go after what the new dream is, because it feels like this has come to its completion, especially when I see the major arcana that have shown up for you here. Interesting. Let's see what is the highest guidance for Virgo when it comes to this situation. What is the highest guidance? What just flipped over? Let yourself feel all your emotions. Okay, that's your first card. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. Yeah, like we saw that when we saw Quiet the Mind, like to really understand what's coming through for you here. And then we see socialize or join in, making healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with like-minded people. So that tells me that this ending everything will be okay. I think you're making room here. This is very much like the Capricorn reading. Maybe you have placements in Capricorn or in Taurus, but I feel like if you're experiencing an ending to a relationship, or there's been misunderstandings and miscommunications in a certain friendship group, that it's okay to release that it's okay to take it at face value and as it is, and to be bold and wear your emotions, feel all your emotions. Trust what you see here, Virgo. Trust what you see and move with it as it is, even if you can't see what's around the corner, to just trust that all will be well. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box below. I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Have a good week. Take care.